What's up, y'all? It's Jam and Sam, and today we're going to restore The Prayer Bell Does Not Toll from Energy Breaker. This comes to us as a commission from one Alejandro, I forgot the last name, Alejandro in Alejandro Gonzalez on Patreon. All right, and yeah, I have the MIDI loaded here, and I've got my instruments loaded up, preloaded up. The MIDI was created by Rarity the Final Arts because there was some technical issues and I couldn't do it because I don't know enough about computers. So this one comes to us from Rarity the Final Arts. All right, so now so most of this stuff comes from the sound canvas, but I found the higher quality equivalents because the sound canvas is a very low quality machine. So I found the same sounds but higher quality. So let's see, I have the sound, but I directly took the Sound Canvas Overdrive guitar because there's not really a much higher quality version of it. But in this game, the composer applied more overdrive to it to give it that signature sound. And I also put chorus and delay on it to match the game. Okay, so, and then we have what's here is strings. This one comes from the string CD, the Roland string CD. And I just borrowed it from what I used for Donkey Kong Country 3. So the choir comes from Best Service Classical Choir, which was sampled on the what is it called, the sound canvas. And then we have a piano. Not the best quality piano, but it's the one. It's the highest quality available. Actually, I put a saturation knob on this. I should put a. I should also put a chorus on this, just because it's so low quality, or it's so mono. Subtle chorus. Nice, and then let's put an exciter on that. That sounds much better. Okay, and then we've got a finger bass, which means that you just play the bass with no pick, just the fingers. That one's not playing for some reason. Oh, because it's at 5. Okay, let's put it at 4. Alright, and then we've got, well, that's pretty much it, actually. For contact, anyway. The drums are from the Roland disc. Whoops, that's a low. This is a splash cymbal. The Roland disc. And here's a hi-hat. Open hi-hat. Kick. Nice. Okay, so we got, that's all our instruments. Now the MIDI is welcome, Rarity of the Final Arts. I was just working on the SF2. All right, well, we'll have that soon then. But I don't think it's I don't know if it would be feasible. It might be feasible to replace all these, but the thing is, like, the MIDI drifts a lot. Like, this is really fast. Like, see, this should be, each of these should get a bar. So we're gonna have to stretch this out a lot. The tempo, I think, before was like 27, and it was still like drifting. So like it's still not on the beat. So what we're gonna have to do is just take these and then stretch them out to the right tempo. I've estimated the tempo at 140 of the original song. I don't know if that's completely accurate, but we shall see. So this first part is repeated this is the bass right here. The first part is repeated. So if we take this, and the rest is not really repeated. Yeah, the rest is like there's not really very many repetitions except for the first part. Let's just take the whole thing. So let's go and find first empty and call this bass. And then let's go to contact. And then we're gonna set this as channel 4 and Alt C to change. Now we'll Control A to select all again. Then we want to stretch it out. So I want this to be like 1 bar for each of these changes here. Yeah, so that should about do it. I think the drift is like uneven here. So it's like you have a certain amount but then it starts to drift again. It's like you don't just like do one and done. It actually like starts to drift more, I do believe. So you get this all looks pretty even, right? There's like, and where does it start to drift again? Actually, I think it just breaks the tempo. It doesn't drift unevenly. I think it just breaks the tempo because here it's like here is sort of a tempo break, right? So let's put a time marker and add a key signature change. 4/4. That right there. And then FL Studio likes to add me another thing right there. I don't want it to, so let's delete that. And then, okay, so we've got it stretched. Now we just need to quantize it because some stuff will be off. So let's go and find kind of what... Oh, it's actually the wrong octave. So let's Control up. Now that sounds wrong. Let's play the original. I forgot to play the original anyway. Right, so that should be dun, 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 dun. Mm-hmm. Da, 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 da. Maybe it's 2 bars. Maybe I need to stretch it out even more. Let's see. So da 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 da. All right, so that would be what I estimate is the right one. Yeah, that sounds better. Now let's move this this time marker. Oh wait, I don't even need the time marker now because everything it sort of lines up. Because now the half bar becomes a full bar. Let me just make sure that I got it right on the dot. See, I almost did. There's a little bit, it's a little bit off here. But it still needs to be quantized, so... Let's find out what grid this complies with. So, and let's only do it on the... Like, only do the start times. We don't need to quantize the end times. Why is it? Wait a second. Oh, it's smaller than that. I need it to actually be smaller. Okay, so half a step looks like the right way to go. But I think I can go even smaller than that with maybe like a step. Maybe? Let's see. Yeah, I think I can just go a step, because nothing's really going in smaller than a step. Nice, so everything's looking really good now. What was this? I heard a hiccup. Oh, I see. This is like too long. I think that one was like was choking up the next note. Yeah, we don't want that. So if I hold Alt and drag this a little bit back, it won't spill into the next note. And I think we have even more repetitions than I thought of the other part. Oh, I see. No, it's like only playing half of it. Nice. Nice, so that's pretty good. And it looks like what kind of chord progression we're establishing here is G sharp to F sharp 3 to E to D sharp, which is called the Andalusian cadence, I think. So that's also present in the Legend of Zelda when you do. But in this key, you would be like. I'm not even sure. I'm not sure the scale though, but it's the same chord progression as used in The Legend of Zelda. It's used a lot in video games. Nice. Okay, so that compares to nice pop. I wonder if it's not a pick bass instead. Could be a pick bass instead. I'll have to see about that. Let me try let me try the original ones because I think I still have the guitar and bass plugin open. Let's see. Okay, and let me save that first because viewing these things in the past has given me some bad results. So let's go down B bass. See if we can find a pick bass. Ah, P bass. There you go. Let's try this. This ought to have some good results. Let's see. But this needs to go to channel 1. Or I just need to make it omni. Oh, it's pitched up for some reason. That's the P bass. Let's see. But it still doesn't have that pop on it. Let's find one with more of a pop. P bass 2A. Let's try P bass 2A. Let's try this one. No. Oh, that one sounds good. but it's pitched wrong. That sounds like a match to me. Alright, so that one works better. Let's save that. I'm going to save it into my folder I created for the project. And then I'm going to load that into Contact over the... Let's refresh. I'm going to load that into Contact over my other bass. Nice. Make that louder. Why is Contact not giving me the number? That's weird. It isn't until I click it, like right away. Okay. So let's bring that back over to Contact. Contact can't view the discs like for Contact 6. Nice. I like that sound. That's a good one. That's the one. Nice. And I don't think we really need a chorus, but maybe we can have a chorus. I don't know. See how much that changes the sound. I don't think we really need it. Not on a bass. Bass is sort of supposed to be grounding. Actually, I think it sounds better with the chorus. So we need it slower. And more subtle. Yeah. Okay, that sounds good. Okay, I like that. That's very good. Okay, so it looks like we can... I don't really care enough to remove just that first part, because there's not really any repetitions beyond that, right? I like this, how it goes up. Nice. Okay. So next thing is let's see. What do we have now? Okay, let's call this, oh, I put it in the wrong pattern, whoops. Okay, let's put that in there, and then let's go for the next thing, which is the lead guitar. Nice. So this is here, and I don't think we really have any repetitions. Oh wait, I need the second part, because the second part has, I removed the loop. Okay, so I don't think we really have any repetitions here. Yeah, it's pretty much the same all the way around. Pretty much one long line. Okay, so let's copy that, and let's find first empty, call this melody. Or let's just call it electric guitar, because I think the electric guitar plays some other stuff. Okay, and for this I'm using a sound font from the Sound Canvas 55. And I added some overdrive onto it. With Fruity Blood overdrive and some chorus, as well as delay, because the soundtrack, this song has delay on it. Oh wow, I forgot to stretch it. Okay, so let's stretch this thing. And so we need this to be way stretched out. So let's see how that sounds. Nope, still too slow. That sounds better. Let's try to... I think it's a little too slow. Okay, that looks like about the right tempo. Let's see. I think it's supposed to end here, yeah? I'm not really sure. Let's try to eyeball it. Okay, let's shut that off for now. So I want this to be like there, I think. Yeah, that looks about right. Okay, so it looks like it's in line now. Okay, so that's looking good. All right, so that looks good. Let's quantize that. Nice. So now we need our vibrato, first of all. So let's set this, well, let's go here to the LFO, set the amount to be like -1, then we'll adjust the speed. Okay, so I think it's, yeah, so speed is here and amount is here. Okay, that's too slow. Okay, that sounds good actually. So we do have a lot of pitch bends here, and the problem with that is that the pitch bend data is going to be off time, right? Because I can't stretch the pitch data. So what I have to do now is sort of oh look, it has the vibrato in there too. So in order to do this, I don't think there's like controls for the scaling levels. It scales levels, but it doesn't scale, like it doesn't stretch. So that's unfortunate. Tools, yeah, nothing. Turn into automation clip. That could be something. Yeah, so I don't think really there's any controls still for like stretching it out. Convert target to events in the current pattern. Parameter. Edit target link, nope. So as far as I can tell, there's no real way to like edit this data as time-wise. So, let's see, time, no, time stretch. Whoa. I would have no way to figure out how accurate that is. So I think that it's better just to put them manually, because I cannot stretch this out. I have no way of doing that. Okay, so but fortunately, it looks like the pitch bends are easy to spot because they're in the wrong notes. They start in the wrong notes, right? So if you start this here, you get an accurate bend. Oh, and this is like off. This timing is off. can tell that's wrong, so let's see. Okay, that note is too long. Then I can tell there's supposed to be a bend here. But it sounds like it's supposed to be quicker than that. Yeah, it's supposed to be pretty quick. Dun, 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 dun. And I think this one's a smaller bend. It's like supposed to go. Okay, so that's sounding pretty good so far. I think the vibrato is a bit too much. Turn it to 3. So let's see. Da-da-da. I think in that first part it bends a little bit off. Yeah, it starts off a little bit here. But it's a quick bend. It's like a flam. Still doesn't really go fast. Oh well. This one goes like that. Da, da, dun, 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 dun. And then we have this. And then it goes down here. Does it do that at the beginning? Oh yeah, it does that. So let's see. So this part repeats a lot. I think we can like remove some of that. So it's like yeah, see, this part pretty much repeats again. Or it is a little different because this one's a D instead of a B. Okay, so maybe it is a little different. We'll keep it like that. Okay, so there's supposed to be one here too. And there's supposed to be another one of those here. There's another one of these right here. Let's shorten this one. Whoops. Okay, so that's there, and then we have... and then we have this here. We have a bend down there. Definitely no bends in that section. I think it's like this. Yeah, it sounds like that sounds right. Yeah, that sounds good. Okay, so that's doing its thing, that little shredding part. Let's see what's happening over there. Ah. It looks like there's bins all over. Okay, cool. Hold on one second. All right, so yeah, it's I think the sound font is not really going to be much use here because it's like the tempo is really, really off, really slow, so it's going to sound really fast anyway. But thank you anyway. So there is this. So this thing needs to be shorter. Yeah. So let's find the beginning here again. Okay, so it's doing a lot of bending here. So yeah, that sounds good. And then it bends down here, very briefly. And then it bends down here. Let's go back to the beginning a little bit. Okay, so there's a bend here. Dude, there's a bend there. Okay, so no bends there. Okay, so there's a long one here. Da, 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 da. Okay, and then what? These notes. Okay, so da, 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 da. No bends yet. Let's see. Okay, so there's a bend there. Let's go back a bit and make sure I didn't miss. I'm not sure exactly what note that was. I still can't pinpoint which note that is. Okay, there it is. Ah, it's this one right after that brief note. And then it bends at the end. Da, 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 da. And then it has a long one down at the end. Okay, and that's pretty much the end of the song. It's a little quicker than that. I think it might be. Nice. Okay, so that's good for the electric guitar line. Let's move on to the next thing, which is the what else? What is next? Nothing yet. Ah, the strings come in. But I have something, it shows something here immediately. Oh, this is channel 3 is way down here for some reason. Okay. Okay, so let's find first empty and call this strings. Let's go to unsorted. And we're gonna put this into contact. Okay, and this is gonna go. Let's try and stretch this out. I think this is going to be. This is like. This is a lead in. A lead in to the. Okay, so wait, the way I want to play this, I think, is like. Paste, and then we're gonna put a note here, a random note here. First off, we send all this to channel 2, I think? No, that's the choir. Nope, that's the piano. I think the strings is first, actually. Yeah. Okay, now that I've got that in my head, let's stop it. So now it's very fast, so we have to stretch it out. And how long did the track end up being at the end? 50 bars. So we have to fill it to 50 bars, pretty much. So let's go. What ought to do? Almost. Let's. Alright, so that fills out quite nicely, it looks like. Not quite, because here we have this. Okay, nice. Okay, so then we remove this. Let's see, our smallest note is a step, so let's keep it like that. Now, we don't need to quantize this, keep the start times for this, since they're supposed to kind of slur together. Okay, and then we can move this here. Okay, so we hear that sound, that matches to... But it's a bit sudden. There's a little bit of attack in the game. Let's see. Yeah. And we can give it some release a little bit. And it's a little bit distorted in the game, so let's give it a saturation knob. And there's also, it's also brighter. Let's give it saturation, the exciter. You can also turn it down, it's not that loud. Shouldn't be that loud. Nice. It also fades out over time, so let's give it that fade out. Let's see about just like this, right? Nice, that sounds good. You might want to warm it up a bit. Take out some of that, some of those highs. There we go. Nice. Oh, I have to call my own. Ah, okay. Welcome back. Yeah, better to be safe than sorry. 3 and 4 are strings, I think. Okay, that makes sense. Yo, what's up, Mark? What's up, Marco Panella? Welcome to the stream. Alright, so... and this, I think I've been ignoring the pannings here. There hasn't been panning to ignore, but this one is supposed to be 50% to the left pretty much all the time. So let's go and 50, go 50 left. And then let's save these, let's save this strings patch because I have some settings on it that I want to keep. Okay, so strings, and then let's save it as a monolith. I don't want to have a folder there. So then the second part of the strings, I think, is the next channel, right? Right. Is that all strings? I remember there was a piano in there at some point. I think it's all strings. Yeah, all strings. And the second channel? Yeah, second channel is all strings too. Okay, and this one's gonna be 50%, right? So let's copy these notes. And then we basically just have to stretch it out to be as long as the other channel. These strings look like they take up longer time. Interesting. Yeah, alright, so let's quantize that. And now this one is going to go to another channel of strings. I think the next available channel is 5 in contact. So this is going to be, we're going to add in more strings. This is going to go down under the bass. And this is going to be 50% to the right. Okay, so we can cut that now. Oh wait, these strings are supposed to start later, like 2 bars in. See, right now it's doing the chord progression. See, so right now we're sort of establishing E minor here because we have a G sharp under there. And then D sharp creates D major if you add G. So that's going to be, and then here we have octave Gs. And this implies F sharp major because we have an A sharp here. Then we have an E minor, or E whatever, but it's probably minor. And then we have, ooh, a cluster. We have some counterpoint going on here. This cluster might be implying D7, D sharp 7. Because this is like technically a 7th right here. Very nice string line. Ah, very nice. Okay. So let's go on, and I think next is our choir. Ah, here we are. And this 5 is for some reason down here, so let's put it up there. And I think it's not always a choir, I think we have a change here. Yeah, it changes to the piano. And that's where it changes. Okay, so here we have, let's put our choir in a new channel. Let's find verse empty, call this choir. So we're gonna go into contact, and then, which channel is this? I forget. And so let's put our dead note here, just for measuring, just so we can make it stretch right. Now let's go and stretch this way out. I think we have to make it up to 50. Well, we don't have to make it up to 50 because this is only going to be for, not going to be for the whole song. Okay, that already sounds right, so I think we have to go to here. I don't know why it's selected here. I hate when it does that. Just because I select notes doesn't mean I want to select time too. No, this is not gelling. Oh, because I'm stretching it the wrong way. Hold on. And it didn't, it skipped the note. I can tell that this B is on a downbeat. Yeah, that looks right. Yeah, it's looking right so far. But it's on the, it should be on the choir, let's see. Okay, that looks right. Yeah, let's quantize that. Why is that so... Well, some of the notes are off there, this one in particular. Nice. Okay. Let me make sure that's the right octave, because I don't remember. Oh yeah, it is really high. It just sounds different. Because of the note that's being sampled, I think. Very high sopranos. And also, for some reason, it's panned a little bit left. I think that's part of the... Might be part of the patch. Oh, wait. I have it set to be panned left. Is it actually panned left? Oh, yeah, it is. I set that previously. Okay. So now we have the piano part. Which starts... hold on. This is strings. I'm in the wrong one. Ah, here. Okay. So here's that one, and then let's find first empty, call this piano. And this will be tricky because I don't have a start time to quantize it to. But it's only a little bit of stuff, so... Yeah, I think we'll be alright. Oh, it goes in line with the... It layers with the electric guitar, so we can actually put that there. And find out how that goes together. think it does. Maybe not. Thought I saw it layer with the electric guitar. Okay, so let's go to piano. And then let's stretch this out. Let's send that to channel 3, I think. Can't be too hard, it's only a little bit of stuff. Okay, that should do it. And then I think the bar starts here, yeah. Nice. This one ends it. Is it really that long of a note? Yeah, it does end early. Okay, so let's... I don't really think... I think it's actually kind of muffled. But we don't need that. Might be able to even put that low pass back on there. Not that much low pass. Oh, it's still bypassed somehow. Nice. Now we can kind of put that exciter back. I want a little bit of release on that. I don't want it to really start and stop like that. This thing is stupid. Need to reset that. It does have a slope in the game, like it's a sharp decay, like that, so. Ah, but it does have a decay, like total decay too. Oh, the release is messing it up. Contact never does handles its envelopes well. Let's just give it traditional ADHSR. This is stupid. Make it a little longer. Nice. Cool, I like that. Let's see, do you work from scratch, or do the programs to automatically input where the Super Nintendo sounds are so you can easily edit them? No, this is not exactly. This is I use a MIDI. So a MIDI converted from the data in the SNES. So the SNES data converted to MIDI so that the computer can read it. So this is all the notes from the SNES. But they're all horribly like, see, this is out of time. This is way too fast, so I have to adjust it. So I have to grab all the notes and stretch them into the right time, and sometimes add pitch bends. But for the most part, I'm not doing it from scratch. But nothing automatic, and yet nothing automatically inputs anything. I take everything and I listen to it and I make sure that it's right. So I can easily edit them, yes. So, yeah, as you can see now, I will take and we'll move on to the next track. This is a delay track, which I've already added an automatic delay, so we don't need that. And here's our drums here. We have drums coming in, so let's preview those. Oh, I hear some hi-hats in there. Ah, he comes in with some hi-hats there. Okay, so this data here, snare, the kick is down here, so everything here is pretty much a kick. I don't know if anything repeats. I think it doesn't really. So let's just take this entire actually, let's take the entire drum line. And let's copy it so that we can stretch it all at once and then distribute. So let's find first empty, call this drums. And then it's there that we'll decide which one, if there's any repetitions or not. Okay, so we know that this song is like 50 bars long. Let's try to stretch it until that. Let's see what we get. There also might be a couple of extra notes, I'm not sure, because when I removed the loop, there was still some notes left over. Okay, so let's make sure that, I think I see these crashes here. Might be pretty difficult. I think these are two kicks here, so we can probably remove those because these look like the same sort of. This looks like the beginning of the loop, and I can tell when I can tell it's not quite stretched correctly because there's the 2 and 4 snares are at the beginning of the beat a little bit. So we see it's like preceding the beat, then it's just going all over. So let's try to stretch it a little more. I can't really see it very well, but it looks like there is. I have to make sure there's 2 snares per bar here for the most of the time. Okay, this looks pretty right. Yeah. 51 bars. Okay. Okay, so that looks right. Right? We have like 2 snares on 2 and 4 for the most part. A little bit of weird drift going on. But I think that shouldn't be a problem. Okay, and I also need to like drag this out a little more. Okay, so that ought to work. Let's control Q and quantize. Okay, so now we distribute the waves. to their correct drum sound. So this is our snare. Let's cut that. And then we'll go to the snare and paste. And here we have, let's see what, I think there's like other hi-hat parts in here, right? Let's see what else this might be. So let's try to follow what's going on here. We have a break there. It looks like it's repeating these notes here. The first 4 bars, right? So we have a definite 4-bar repetition until this break right here. Ah, we have a so we have 3-4 bars, right? We have 3-4 bar repetitions right here. And we have a break right here. Ah, okay. And then we have hi-hats here. Okay, so we have toms there. Ah, and then another hi-hat here. Ah, this is a crash, I think. Oh, this is an open hi-hat. Okay, so these are hi-hats. Nice. Okay, so let's cut these hi-hats. Put them here. Okay. And now we have our open hi-hat here. Cool. Okay, so the rest will be toms. So I'm not going to tune the toms yet. I'm just going to say, hey, this is where the toms are. Go to put this in high tom first. Yeah, that's the right thing, right? Yeah, let me make sure. Yeah, right timing. Okay, so now let's tune the drums. Put the kick up to, put them all up to C5 pretty much. Actually didn't need to do all that transposing. I could just do, whoa. That is not what was supposed to happen. Oh, I think there's still some notes in the kick. Hold on. Ah, I still have some toms here. Okay, so I wasn't supposed to put, so I had more toms than I thought. Okay, so, forgot about this part. Paste, and then cut that. Go to high tom. Is that there? That's good. Now we can tune the drums. So let's go up, 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 and then shift down. So now our tom is the right pitch. Let's go for the drums. But the snare is supposed to be, yeah, like that pitch roundabout. Okay, and I know that the drums up to this point are repeat. Well, let's wait till we get all our drums first. So, and I know that the hi-hats are supposed to be, so let's put the hi-hats to normal. Control, Shift, okay. And then the toms I'm not going to mess with until I have them all in a line. The pitch matters with the toms. Okay, and so the rest of the drums are going to be in primarily the hi-hats, and which I think is just hi-hats, toms, and some crashes. Those are going to be here. So let's bring this over to drums. We're going to go to closed hi-hat, because most of them are closed hi-hats. And then we're going to stretch this line out all the way to pretty much the end where this was. Then we see if it fits. It almost fits. I think these are 2 extra notes here. Yeah. Let's remove those. And then we can see that everything else is pretty much in time. Is there some swing going on here, or is that this drift? I think it's, I think I actually... I think that should work. And I can see, oh yeah, I can see where the hi-hats drop out because they're doing a crash. Oh yeah, the crashes have to be like right there. Right, so it is a little off. Ah, so we do have another note here. Okay, so that should be on. That should be on. So now if I quantize this, it all should kind of make sense. Let's Control Q, quantize. And then we have these, I think all these are crashes, yeah. Let's go and check out that channel. Oh, we have some velocity stuff going on here too. But it's not reflected in the MIDI because the MIDI doesn't take velocity. I think it probably encoded it as volume data. So you have open hi-hats here. So we can go down and shift this. Oh wait, I need the pit. I need to retain the pitch of the toms though. So we do have a crash there. This will all be open hi-hat. I think we have crashes here too. No, wait. What are these? So what is going on here? I want to know what this note is. Oh, these are the ones that were already there. That's right. Ah, okay. Okay, so let's go and cut this. And let's send it to the open hi-hat. Let's go down, down, down to the C5. Now it blends in well with this other crash. Okay, then we go grab these. I'm going to grab the rest of the toms actually first. Wait, I want to avoid those. These should all be the toms right here. Okay, so let's cut those, go to high tom, paste that there. Back to closed hi-hat. And then the rest, okay, we have crashes here. Crashes are here. Let's go and copy these. Cut. And then go to crash. And for some reason it pastes it all the way over here, but I didn't ask for that. I wanted it to be here. Let's control down, down, down. Okay, so that should be all the drums. And now let's make sure they're pitched right. Oh wait, I forgot the hi-hat. And I still need those velocities for the I think this is supposed to be one up. This might be. Let's check the pitch of the hi-hats. Yeah, there we go. The toms are still going to be wrong. Probably the closed hat is up 1 and 2. Oh, there's still more to the closed hi-hat. What did I copy that I shouldn't have? Oh, I think it's because of the hi-hats that were already there. This should be here. Okay, so these should be here at least. At least they should be a normal one. Nice drum breakdown. Okay, so let's check on the pitch of the toms. Let's see. I think it's also slower. The song sounds like it's slower. So you heard that? Dun, 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 dun. I think it's supposed to be higher a little bit. Let's try to find that same position and play it again. Okay, so nice. Okay, and I think that's the right pitch. Maybe one more up. Yeah, there we go. So now these toms. I think this one is this. So how many toms do we have here? Because I wanted to. We only have 3 different pitches of toms here, so we don't need that many different tom samples. This one is dull. This is one that this is from the disc. This is just what came with it. I like this one because it's sharper and it sounds more like the game. And let's try to match that crash too. Okay, so this one sounds... No, that would be... I think it's more like a regular crash, actually. I'm using a splash cymbal here, but I feel like it's more of a regular crash. I might have to go and grab the other one of those after we pitch up the toms. Well, let's cut that and then do this. Let's try to get the breakdown. The breakdown has more toms. That sounds pretty right. Nice. Nice. So we have 3. I think we actually have 4 pitches of toms here. So what we can do is use this one as the high one, and then cut this one to be the low one. The next ones. Let's put our scope here, right at the beginning, and then cut this. Go to mid tom 2, and then we'll cut everything below here. Go to low tom, and then we'll go see the lowest tom here. Cut that. Then we'll go to floor tom. Nice. I like that. Now we just have to make the tom's note, like each individual tom has to interrupt its note. Because like a tom is gonna, like when you hit a tom again, it's gonna start the ring over again. So we need all these to press the cut self button. Nice, so that compares to... I think we don't... I think we just need less of the snare here. Because it's a short snare. We also have to distort them because there's in the game they have distortion on them, I can tell. I think both of them might be pitched at 2. So both of them need distortion, first of all. We'll just pump up the saturation. And let's give it a peak because cool. And so I want that snare to be no louder than 6 dB. Probably right about 6 dB. Yeah. And the kick. Kick needs saturation. And it needs to be at 6 dB. Okay, crash doesn't need to be so loud. Also, I need to get the other crash from contact. Let's see. Is the disc? No, that's the something else. Okay, so I need my drums disc. So it should be. I can actually use the. So this is where the sound font or the samples will come in handy. Which one is the crash? Here's a crash. Okay, so to match that crash, let's see. Let's go find the crash stuff. See if crash, let's see. Crash 1AS. Matches pretty well. Okay, so that's a pretty good one. Let's save that one. No. Patch plus samples, and let's, so that way we get the raw sample out of it. Oh wait, then we can do, let's try, see if 2 matches better. Yeah, actually that one might be better. It's more likely. Yeah, I like that one better. Okay, so let's just save this over the last one. Let's see what number 3 sounds like. Definitely not. Okay, so let's just roll with that. We can delete this now. And this. Okay, so this crash. I'm gonna go and move it. Here. And remove this. And remove that old sample too. Drag it in. So let's check the pitch on that plays. Wait, hold on. There's another. Hold on. Ah, okay. Okay, so I think it should be no. No, maybe. Nice. I like that. Now, as far as repetitions go, let me see what people are saying first. Yeah, let's see. Burr meow. Welcome, cat with no name. All right, so Gil GTO, I super appreciate the work you do on these tracks. It's like hearing the old tunes for the first time again. Thank you, Gil. TG, welcome. I think SPC tool with DSPC debug might say it. Might say what? Which I forgot what I was talking about. So I don't remember what this was. People SPC tool debug might say. I'm not even sure how to get to SPC tool debug. I'm not really computer savvy, as they say. So now I'll come back to that. Now I want to see where these repetitions are. And the best indication of that is like the snares, right? So you can see that these 4 bars are being repeated twice, 3 times. So we'll delete the first 2. And then you have this part being repeated again, but then there's toms at the end. So that's why we can actually take this part out, since that first part appears at the second. Oh, and then we have a break. We have the second part twice. This one's different. So I think it's like the repetitions pretty much stop at this point. Just the first 12 bars have like a repetition. So let's go. Okay, so these are all the same except for this part. I can confirm that. Oh, I forgot about the velocity levels on the levels on the hi-hats. There's some clearly different velocity levels. We'll implement those after we remove the repetitions. Nice. Oh, I think the repetitions here are like after. Yeah. Yeah, because there's like a different hi-hat pattern here, but I might want to, because the hi-hat pattern, I have to do the velocity thing on it. I might have to make these as one, sort of like one pattern. Yeah, it sounds like they're just one bar patterns. So what I might do is, besides this breakdown, I'm gonna leave this breakdown as is. It's like there's some. And I think these, yeah, because it seems like for the most part it's just a continuing pattern of hi-hats. So I can remove all this because it's really just trying to get around the like two thing feature. It's trying to put the crash in here, and it can't do that with the. So, but for the most part, this is all the same hi-hat pattern. So if I cut this, and then I cut this, I just take one bar of this and one bar of the second version. This is all repeated, right? Yeah. So you cut that. There's an ending here that I want because it's like halfway off. Let's cut this and bring it to its own hi-hat pattern. And then find first empty, call this hi-hats. Put that in closed hi-hats here. We're going to keep the hi-hats that are regularly that are in the drum breakdown there. So what I want to do now, actually I also want to remove these hi-hats that are repeated here. But I don't really need that part because it's like, yeah, let's keep that here. Actually, really, I only need the one, the one where it's like a long bit of hi-hats. I only need that part on its own line because I have to change the velocities. Nice. So now we can do like this. Let's remove this. Let's remove the space here. Yeah. So let's make this unique. And then we'll go and put the, like, find first empty, call this hi-hats. And then we'll put the closed hi-hats here. Ah, but this is only that second pattern, so now I have to go back before I cut those notes. And then cut these again. Oh, but now it's going to ruin everything I did after that. But I only need one bar of those. Then I can do that. And now we can, well, actually I have to make sure I copy and paste this first. Let's find first empty, call this hi-hats. Okay, so we have that on a bar all its own. Okay, so let's make this unique. Okay, so now the hi-hats I have to edit for velocity. Let's listen to the velocity here. Like tut 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 tut. Tut 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 tut. Tut 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 tut. So it's tut 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 tut. I think there's 3 levels here. Oh, it's all the same hi-hat actually. So it's not actually using the closed hat, it's just shortening the hi-hat. Nice. So the open hat gives us a more full sound. We have to make it a lot shorter. Nice. I think it also needs to be more varied than that. Nice. I think it actually should be lower. Oh wait, it is different. Okay, never mind. So let's put this back here. I think it just uses a different hi-hat, honestly. A little bit more full. Let me go and see if I can find that, the rest of the that I had in that thing. So I've got a, let's see. Yeah, I think the pedal one might be the right one. Could be. Or it might be this one. Yeah, this one sounds good. It might be shorter. Yeah, that one sounds better. Nice. Perfect. I think this yeah, the kick is like up here. All right, maybe. Yeah, probably D sharp. Maybe. E sounds good. No, wait, I think I put the kick up by accident. Yeah. That sounds good. Okay, so that'll work. Now, so let's put this thing together. Let's start with the electric guitar. Let's reset this. Get to the strings. And then the choir comes in later. Not sure when. I think it comes in here. No, wait. Oh, why is it so distorted? Wow, the strings are going into here instead of where they should be going into. Contact is so bad with its outputs. Nice. Okay, so the choir going into the kick when it should be going into the choir. Nice. So the electric guitar is fine. Piano is going into bass now. Which means that the bass is probably going into strings. Okay. Okay, that's good. Ah, yeah, that's right. That's where the choir goes. And the piano comes after. Okay, so then we have drums here. That piano needs to be louder. Okay. So for this part, yeah, this we go and cut this. Then we put this at the beginning. And then we drag our hi-hats here. The hi-hats need to be louder. I can barely hear them. Ah, what's going on here? Oh, there's the closed hi-hats again. But they have no velocity level change. Let's cut these here, and then let's put the other velocity here, like the hi-hat pattern here. Okay, so the hi-hats are somehow too quiet here, so let's raise them up. Okay, that's good. And then now we need our bass. Make the strings louder. Okay, so there's still don't like the velocity level here. I feel like the velocity should be louder when the hi-hats are all by themselves. this crash. Closed hat. Let's delete this tom. Okay, really loud. This part's really loud. Let's do some mastering on it. So let's limit let's limit the bass to between 3 and 6. So we can hear the bass here, like it's having pretty good levels with the kick and the bass. So now the mids, let's cap them at 3. Having pretty good levels here, cap them at 3. Now the highs, oh, they're way too loud. Those need to be capped at 9. So that means that the hi-hats are too loud. Yeah, by themselves they're almost peaking, so we don't need that. Okay. We're not doing too much on the, oh, the kick has a lot of highs. Yeah, so cut that down, and then the snare probably has a lot of highs too. Yeah, we don't want that. Okay, so that doesn't have to be that restrictive. Okay, so that's a little better, right? The crash still really loud. Okay, so that's pretty good. It's still peaking a little bit. Maybe we can accept that. Oh, the electric guitar is probably doing a lot of that. Not really. Now the snare can get louder. Let's just take the highs down. And everything is still really loud. At least in this part. The bass still needs to be louder. Yeah, there we go. Cool, we can turn down this the overall volume too. Strings can come down a bit too. The electric guitar can go up. The bass can come down. Hook in the kick. Put that back. Getting a little clustered in this part, but that's okay. We can live with that. I think after we mix it, it'll gel much better. So let's mix it. I think we need an EQ on this because I don't want to hear as much low, like the bass of the snare. I mostly want to hear this middle and top end. Oh, it's still P. Oh wait, not anymore. Okay, the electric guitar is already pretty much mixed. Okay, for the hi-hats, I want to get a chorus. But turn it slower and half power. You can also distort them a little bit more. Nice. Okay, piano. Let's get an EQ on that. I don't really... I want to high pass that low end rumble. Nice. I want more of this. Unless, like, there's like a little bit of a telephone effect here. A little bit too much saturation or exciter, I'm not sure which. And I want to get some reverb going. I know that the drums have reverb. So call this reverb, and then let's give it PSAR 1R. Set it to be like a hall. Then we'll set it to about 10% or 12%. Then we'll put the drums here. Kick there too. I don't think it should be that long of a tail. Definitely the electric guitar should get some. Nice. I don't think the hi-hats need any. Piano will. Strings will. So will the choir. Kick can get some more highs. I don't have to be that restrictive on the highs. Ah, there they are. Nice. Let's mix our bass. As far as I don't really think the bass needs anything else. That's pretty good. You can give the strings less exciter. And make them wider. Actually, let's give it a stereo enhancer. Nice, I like that. And then choir. Let's also separate that. Stereo separation. Nice, I like that. Okay, that sounds pretty good. And the choir, actually, I think we can take down some of those lows there. Make room for the other instruments. And then for the choir, maybe the hi-hats can come down some. It's still got a lot of highs in there. The electric guitar can come down. Bass can come down too. Still generating a lot of lows. So the highs start to fill out here, or the mids start to fill out here, but they're not filling out enough to give it more strings and choir and an electric guitar. The highs are still really high, really loud. Ah, the toms are also generating a lot. The snare could come down in volume too. Okay, that's pretty good. Look at that. It's getting quite loud here, but that's okay. I think I don't really want to do the pre though. There we go. Toms needs to come down on the highs. I forgot about mixing the toms. I think the toms also have some panning, right? Ah, I see. The panning is changing a lot, like very slightly. The hi-hats are panned a little bit to the right, 25% to the right. Let's implement that. And I think that even when the toms come in, they're also panned. And so let's see kind of how much they're panned. Right here is where the toms come in. Before and after that. So the highest tom, it looks like, is panned 40% right. While the lowest tom, I think this should be it right here. Oh, this is the crash, actually. Crash is panned to the left. 20%. 20% left. And then the tom, if I have to put it on none here for the snap. So the mid tom is panned 12%, and then the lowest tom is panned 25% left. Okay. So it's a 25% spread using 12s in the middle. Which means that this would be, well, the highest tom would be 12%. We can call this high tom. Wow. Why did it do a random color? High tom. Mid tom. Okay. So this will be 25% left. 12% left. No. 12% right. Wait a second. 12% left. 12% right. And then 25% right. Okay. Let's give this less reverb, like 10%. Let's try and mix our toms now. Okay, so let's give it saturation. Nice. Now let's give it some chorus so that it sounds more stereo. Nice. Love it. I think the tom should be lower too. Okay, no, they can be louder. Oh, let's get some offset on the electric guitar delay. Nice. I like it. So now let's loop this thing. And now we need an ending for this. This doesn't need to be here. I think I'm gonna subtract rather than add for this one. So let's give it. Let's say that it's going to, let's see, for the melody can stay the same. I like the way it dances. Actually, no, let's do something interesting with the ending. Let's cut this. Okay, so I need bar snap. Let's cut this, and then let's select it all. And let's say we want to make this an ending. Let's merge select clips. Wait a second. Where's the melody? Weird. So let's undo that because it clearly didn't do what I told it to do. Oh, it's over here. Okay, so the scope was down. Okay, so this... Okay, so let's make it rise. Da, da, da. So it's like... First of all, what scale are we in? Let's find out. So it looks like we've got mostly B minor or G sharp. G sharp minor, A flat minor, whatever. So this makes sense that it would be like B major, A flat minor. Yeah, pretty much. So then we want to end it on B, probably. Would be great if we could end it on B. But we're already hanging out too much in B. So it does end on, like, at least it ends on the minor version. Or we could end it like on the minor, but up an octave. So let's do... Da, 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 da. Okay, so that's good for that part. Now this part, let's see. I'm gonna mute this for now. So let's go up with this one too. Put the snapback. Let's go. Which instrument is this? Piano. Dun, dun, dun. Hey, this is like 4-5-1 right here, so that's a good way to end it. Dun, dun. So we're basically implying a minor chord here, so that's good. And to end it, I kind of want to do 4-5-1 real quick. So if I could do... Dun, 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 dun. But bass guitar can't really go that low, so let's do 4-5-1 from the top. And then let's do a long note here. And I kind of want to do like dun 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 dun. This I don't really want that note to be that long. Nice, so let's just stretch these notes out. And I kind of want to bring the choir back for this. Okay, and I want to kind of have the choir be rising. And maybe we'll bring in like a different, like one of those breakdown bits of the drums. I like this part that does like this big drum breakdown. Maybe we can bring that back. Let's hold Alt and then push this. So maybe we can kind of cut the drums in the ending. Nice. And I kind of want the bass to fade out rather than just stay the same. So let's go, and then we can really have all of contact fade out, kind of. So let's Control I, and then and I kind of want the choir to do a da 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 da. Or no, maybe just the piano. Nice. Oh, and then of course contact is not gonna be always low. Oh, I think it was not that same volume before that. Now for the strat. Nice, I like that. Okay, let me name it. Who's the composer for this? Copying this from, yeah. So let's see. The prayer bells. Nice, I like it. Nice. Why is this like a weird tempo? I have to make sure the tempo is right too. I think it might be 35. Yeah, 35 sounds more right. Nice, I like that. Okay, so I'm not sure I'm gonna put this on YouTube. This was just because this is not a very popular song, so I'm not sure. But I will put a like file of it. So we'll see. All right, y'all. So I'm gonna export this, and then this will be Jam and Sam signing off until next time. I don't know when I'll have another one. I think we have another commission soon. So. Yeah, I'm gonna put this down onto the drive. All right. Thanks y'all for coming to the stream, and this will be Jam and Sam signing off until next time. Cheers.